everybody, Joy here. It's Wednesday, September 6, 2023. And I'm on my next project from my last snippets, which I just put up yesterday. And thank you for all your comments. Always, thank you for your comments. I read every single one of them. And somebody sent me 3 recipes for banana raisin nut bread, and they're for putting in the oven. And I don't do that kind of bread because I don't want to have to wait for it to rise, then go back and do something, then wait for it to rise and go back and do something. I just want to throw it in a pan and it does everything by itself. So my bread turned out really good. So we had cinnamon raisin nut bread this morning for breakfast, toasted with real butter on it. What a treat. I'll show you the recipe. Somebody asked me for the recipe. I'll figure it out. I don't know how to attach. I guess I could do a picture of it right here and you could copy it or take a picture of it or something like that, okay? So I'll get the recipe and I'll put it right here. Let me just explain to you how to read this recipe. These measurements here are, whoever made this recipe, it says Southern Chef. This is how he originally did it. Then a whole bunch of people left comments, and then he left this comment saying, I've changed the recipe to be like all of the rest of you make it, and I know it's hard to read, but that's what I had to read, so good luck. Notice it does not say bread flour. I'm going to use bread flour next time. Now over here is my measurements that I used to make my first loaf of bread. Using this down here, mostly, I heated my water to 90 degrees because that's what my other recipe said. I don't have margarine in my house. As far as I'm concerned, that's plastic. We don't eat margarine. I use butter. On the 3 cups of flour, I used 2 white and 1 wheat. Sorry, that's kind of messy. 3 tablespoons of sugar, I used dark brown sugar. 1½ teaspoons of salt. He changed it to 1 teaspoon, so I changed it to 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, he changed it to 2 teaspoons, so I made 2 teaspoons. 2½ teaspoons of yeast, he changes this to 2. But I used 2½ and it needed it, so I left that 2½. The raisins, the 3/4 cup of raisins, remember, soak them in hot water or whatever you like. I don't know what else that would be. I soaked mine in rum. 3/4 cup of raisins. I just poured them in a 1 cup measuring cup, put about 1 ounce of rum in there, and then I just kept stirring them every so often. And then later I added a 1/4 cup of nuts. So I had 3/4 cup of raisins and a 1/4 cup of nuts. I drained the rum off before I put those in. Also, very important, some lady said on another comment, she said, don't wait to put the raisins in for the add fruit ding-da-ding. Put them in at the beginning, because if you wait and put them in later, when it's like already dough, all the raisins go to the outside. So I dumped everything in all at the same time, and it turned out great. Hope you were able to see that okay. Now what I'm making is my next block of the month, and I have some pretty fabrics to use. Oh, I'm so excited. Well, they look pretty to me on the table. I don't know what they're going to look like when I get them all put together. But this is evidently a very hard block, advanced block. Even Edita says it is. But I was able to use half square triangle paper to do the half square triangles with. That will save me tons of frustration, I promise you. If you've never used this paper, I highly recommend it. I think I counted that you can get 12 12. Let me see, that's 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh no, it's way more than 12. I may only have to do one of these. I have 2 of them put together, but I may only have to do one. I think I need 24 of them. I used to have a friend, real pretty, blonde, gorgeous friend. She was 10 or 15 years younger than I am. And she liked me for a little while. And in the little while that she liked me, I think she even loved me. She wrote me the nicest letter. I still have it, I keep it. She wrote me the nicest letter, and every once in a while when I'm feeling down, I take it out. She was a big time encourager, and she wrote me the nicest letter. So, you know, I have a lot of friends that were just friends for a short time, and I think God puts them in your life for a reason and a purpose. And I think I just really needed her then. She really did make me feel good. She was an excellent quilter. I mean, she'd even won a big prize for a quilt that she made, so she was way beyond my skills. But she came and stayed here for 2 or 3 days, and I just loved every single second of it. And so she sent me this triangle paper that she had purchased, some software program. She quilts for a business. She had 2 long arms. And she had purchased this, and so she sent it to me. And I don't know where she got it or what it's called. I just know that it has every size half-square triangle in the world in it. And you just print out the paper of the size you need, and then you sew your half-square triangles. So awesome. So I always remember Jolene anytime I do a half-square triangle. So I'm going to do those. I'm making this Supernova, which is, thank goodness, only one necessary for my Block of the Month Club. And I wasn't crazy about the fabrics that Edita picked or chose or whatever. I guess she's trying to stay within a certain line of fabric. I'm not sure. But I've got about 3 different lines here on the table that I'm going to make this Supernova out of. And I'm so excited that I was able to find this combination, because I didn't want every single block on my Block of the Month quilt to be the same fabrics. And I have so much fabric. I have so much Edita Sitar fabric. So I'm using, I bought bundles, half-yard bundles. So I'm using a piece out of one bundle and a piece out of another bundle. And then I had some, the 10-inch squares jelly rolls, layer cakes of Editas, and so I've got 2 out of the 10-inch layer cakes. So I'm just so excited. And then this is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday, and Philly, my friend Philly, you cannot believe all the work that lady has done. She's been outside pulling weeds, putting rocks in, pulling grass, putting mulch in by herself in the heat. Oh my goodness, she does it early in the morning though. But it's the last thing she's doing is the outside of her house, and then it's going to go on the market, hopefully this Friday. So she said, I hope you can Zoom Thursday. Well, I can Zoom every day with her. I'm always up here, aren't I? So, very excited. I will show you this, of course. I'll show you how you cut this apart. You want to see how you cut this apart? Come back after lunch and I'll show you. All right, are you back from lunch? I am. Oh, if I don't fall off my stool here. Okay, so here's my half-square triangle paper. I cut 2 pieces of fabric, and I'm so glad this block just uses 2 colors here for this part. So I have the 2 pieces of fabric right side together, pinned them onto this paper, and then you sew. You start at the arrows, and you just sew, 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 and then you come back around and go the other way. All in one line, all together. You don't have to lift up or anything, which is what's so wonderful. This is 1,000 times easier and 1,000 times more accurate than cutting out little bitty triangles and sewing them together. I do not like it that way. So what you do is you cut on all the solid lines. So I will cut all the way around this paper, then I will cut in all of these solid lines. You sew on the dotted and you cut on the solid, even right here. Cut, 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 and sew. Can you see my ants? Maybe you can see. No, You can't see, it's hidden too well, but that is all sewn. Let me cut. Get a ruler that doesn't slip. My favorite are the Quilter Select rulers. They're more expensive, but they're worth every extra penny, because when you put them down, they don't move. So, do I cut inside the line, outside the line, or directly on the line? I cut outside the line around the outside. But when I'm cutting in between, sewn, you know, so, cut in between, I cut right on the line, on the in-betweens. So let's see. See there? There's the side. Cut off. So now I'm going to do the top. This makes quilting so much more fun. When you have to do half square triangles, there's no way I would ever attempt to make a whole quilt out of this block. Let me know if any of you have ever done one this hard. I can't remember what its name is. Supernova. Have any of you made Supernova? Have you made one like it? I am so proud of you if you did. You know my thing's applique. But then again, I've decided I don't want to do any more custom work on the long arm. Oh, my feet just swelled up so bad. After standing on my feet for about 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours, oh my goodness, I look like I should have been 9 months pregnant from looking at my feet. Oh my, it was bad. So, I'm gonna try not to make custom work. Okay, so here I've cut one completely. So, what you do now is, of course, you tear the paper off. All the paper has to come off. Now, that might be something you don't want to do, is tear all the paper off. And I actually printed this on regular copy paper. I should have printed it on my special paper that I do paper piecing with, but my lightning fast mind just thought of it. Look here how perfect. Look there. That is supposed to be 2 inches. You start out with 2 3/8. This is from Cocoa Blue, my brand new fabric line from Laundry Basket Quilts, and this is from Laundry Basket Quilts too, and I think it was a Lights half-yard bundle, and I don't remember what it was called, but very nice. Let's measure it and see if it's 2 inches. If you measure it and it comes out right, then pat yourself on the back. This is the beauty of triangle paper. It is exactly 2 inches. I do not have to go back and trim these half square triangles. Wonderful, wonderful. I forgot to show you this. It gives you the lines on the side to cut the bunny ears off. I don't know how good you can see it, but see, it says trim, and where it says trim, that means cut me off because I'm a bunny ear. Yay! Sorry, I'm back behind the camera. Trim, right there. So it's Friday, September 8, I think. I think it's September 8, 2023. And it's still hot outside. My husband just backed our RV out of the barn because we're getting ready to take a trip on Sunday to Oklahoma City, and I might get to meet Philly up there. We shall see. So Philly and I have been Zooming. We Zoomed all day yesterday and we Zoomed all day today. And in between Zooming, you know the Season in Blue block of the month. And I had to make one of these Supernova blocks. I would call this the super most hardest quilt block in the whole wide world. Oh my goodness. The directions are not good in the book. If you already know some stuff, I guess it'd be okay, but it says here, there's one place where you join something round. Let me show you a picture of it up close. You join something with a rounded edge to something with a flat edge. Do you see that? And it does not show any trimming of it, And the only explanation it gives is, it says, in parentheses, like, you know, this doesn't really matter, but you may wish to trim across the base of Unit 3, which is the rounded one, slightly from outer point to straighten the edge before joining. I had no idea what she meant by that. Obviously, I couldn't join the rounded to the straight. So I went to her video to watch her video. Well, in her video, she doesn't trim it slightly or at all before she sews it on to the block. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And she doesn't trim them at all before she sews them on there. And I'm going to show you if I can find it. I probably threw it away. Just in case you get a wild hair and decide you might want to make this sometime. I'm going to tell you, don't do it. This is, can I hold it up on my phone? No, the button goes away. Let me hold it up on this. This is such a pretty piece, and this is not her fabric. This is how much you trim off that edge. I wouldn't call that slightly. I call that huge. You trim off 2 points. And she doesn't tell you in the book you'll trim off 2 points. And you think, of course, well, you shouldn't trim off the points, so you don't do it. So then you watch her video on this block of the month, and she says, oh, you will cut off the points, but don't worry about that. So I think the directions in the book are poor. That's just me. If you think they're wonderful, then you think what you want to think. So here it is, the hardest block in the whole wide world. Thank goodness I only had to make 1 of them. So Philly didn't have anything to do with that. Philly's not making this quilt. Just I'm making it. Let me throw away. You had to cut a whole bunch of templates to make this out of paper. Look at all these templates I had to cut. Oh, not fun, not fun. Let me give you a tip. I'm sure you all know this already. Don't cut the ones in the book. Make a copy of the ones in the book and cut the copy. Yes, do that. So that's how I can throw them away now. So this was hard, very hard, but it's the last block for the block of the month. So we shall see how that turns out. So what did Philly and I do? Philly and I made this little cabin. I messed up. I messed mine up right from the beginning. There were 4 little packages, and I've got my number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1. And I did not realize that the same print was supposed to be used. All the same print for the white on each block. And each block had 2 sets of strips in 2 different prints, and I just picked them up as they came along. I didn't know. Probably in the video, she, other than in the pattern, she probably says, you know, pick up all the ones that are alike for each block, but I didn't read that, and if she says it in the video, I don't know, because I didn't listen to the video. I figured, how hard can it be? So, my blocks, I'll show you. See, this one right here should be all this print in the lights. All of this one with the little leaves in it. This one with the little flowers, it should be on the other block. See here with the flowers? And then I just picked this up and picked this up, and I didn't realize that it was supposed to be all the same. See here? I have all the same and one that's not the same, because I just picked them up as they came along. I didn't know. Is that one all the same? That one accidentally turned out all the same. That's probably the only one in the entire quilt that's all the same. That's just accidental. And same over here. These are supposed to be all the same pinks. And I mixed the pinks together. So I'm calling my quilt a scrappy little cabin. And we'll call Philly's quilt a perfect little cabin. So she was behind because she has a little doggy she has to take care of, and I've got fuzzy stuff all over me, pardon my shirt. So she wasn't quite ready yet. So I told her when she got all done, we'll get on the phone, and then we'll put the blocks together and make our quilt. I'm thinking of changing the design from this star. I don't know, I'm not crazy about that for some reason. I'm thinking maybe I can do a diagonal or a diamond or I think I'll see if she got hers ready yet, and maybe we can play with it for a while. Now see, hers are perfect. I'll show you one of hers, and you can see how hers is perfect. See how her light pinks are all the same? That's the way it's supposed to be. And see how the light color are all the same? That's how you're supposed to do it. So, mine is wrong. Hey, you want to see her trip around the world quilt? That's her trip around the world. And she pieced together her leftover fabrics to make the binding. So I think that looks really good. So that's Philly's little trip. And now we need to finish our little cabin. Very good. She has to go get flowers because she's making her house all fancy to sell it. I said, move in with me. Jerry didn't even care. He said, yeah, she can put her dog in the backyard. I said, no. I said, Philly's dog isn't really a dog. It's like a person, and it doesn't stay in the backyard. Philly said, that's right, Jerry. So, little Miss Hannah, what she's going to do, she's going to bring Hannah with her to her son's house, which is halfway between her and me. Her son, Rob, is not married, and he doesn't have any kids, and he has an extra bedroom, and he loves dogs. So she can leave Hannah with him, and then she'll come down here and spend as many days with me until she gets sick of me, or until she misses Hannah more than she misses me. So, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I just wanted to say that's what I'm doing today. I just heard my husband back the RV up, because when you back an RV up, it goes beep, 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 beep. You can hear it all over the neighborhood. We certainly couldn't sneak out of the neighborhood in the middle of the night, that's for sure. So I've got to, while Philly's buying flowers, I think I'll go over and check on the RV, and now that it's back outside, and it's just much easier to get in and out, get in, get out, get in, get out, get in, get out 50,000 times, getting ready to go. So I'll go check, see what I need to do for that, and then when Philly tells me she's back home, I'll come back up here and I'll show you how we end up putting this little cabin together. Maybe like the picture, maybe not. We shall see, Bumblebee. Good Saturday morning, my friends. I've been playing with my little cabin. I got all my blocks made, as you know, and I was going to play with Philly today and arrange it in a whole bunch of ways, but I have lost track of Philly. I don't know where she is. She went last night to go buy flowers to plant, so I'm guessing she's in her backyard with her dog, Hannah, planting flowers, or her front yard, wherever she's putting them. So tell me what you think. For some reason, I don't want to put mine in this arrangement. And you know that you can put log cabin blocks a million different ways. Now, I don't have very many of them. I've only got 16 of them. So you can't do a whole lot with 16 blocks. But I have put quite a few designs together, and I took a picture of each one. So I'm going to line up the pictures here for you to look at. I wonder if I can go in Photoshop and put all the pictures together. I'll play with that and see what I can do. And then you can tell me what one y'all like the best, okay? I don't know what I like the best. I'm completely confused. And I have no intention of putting it together, except maybe I'll take it in the coach, because we're going on a trip to Oklahoma City for some procedures I have to have done. And so maybe I'll, have Jerry help me pick a design or something. I mean, how long can it take to put 16 tiny blocks together? And do I have an embroidery machine? I don't have an embroidery machine. So I would have to quilt it on my 930. And I actually bet you I could do it better on the 930 than I did it on this expensive 740 or 550 or whatever number I have. I used that even feed foot that comes with the Berninas, well, that you pay $800 for to come with the Berninas. And it was herky-jerky. It just gave me the worst time up here on this trip around the world. So I may just do this on my 930, and then again, maybe I won't. Who knows? I could bind Jerry's little quilt in the RV too. I might do that. Maybe I'll bind the kitties in the quilt, although it's pretty big. I don't like to wrestle things that large in the little RV. Plus, somebody said, hey, where's your pumpkin quilt? Oh my gosh, I have to go get it. I have to go out there and get it and then hang it up. I don't think it has a pocket on it. I don't think I put a pocket on it. So if it doesn't have a pocket on it, I'll have to hang it in there. But I definitely want to go get it and hang it up. So I think I'll do that so you can see it, because it's September, and in September you need to have pumpkins. And I'll work with my, let me see, it's not noon yet. I'm sort of ready to go on our trip, but I always like to clean up my sewing room for some reason. I don't know why. I like to clean up my sewing room. I unplug all my machines, all the irons, all the everything I unplug. And I just make sure, you know, nothing can hurt if the storm. I pray a storm happens and we get some rain. Oh my gosh, do we need rain. It's been 8 weeks or more since we've had rain. And we got a little bit. I was still awake last night, most of the night. I've had about 4 nights in a row like that. And it was about 11:30 and a little bit of rain started raining. I could hear thunder in the distance and a little bit of rain started hitting the roof of the RV. Yes, we slept in the RV last night. We just slept. I think it's because it's so easy. This is a big house and there's always something that has to be done in this house, always. I can't sit still in this house. Because if I sit down and I think, oh, I'm just going to sit down and do nothing for all the things. Oh, I need to go over there and do that. Oh, I have a load of wash. Oh, I have this. Oh, I have that. And I can't sit still and relax. Till, you know, about 8 o'clock we crash, both of us do. But when we go over there, I can even do my exercises over there. My who do? I do Leslie that talks too much. Leslie Sansone. Jerry can't stand to do her because she talks too much. And kind of bugs me too. And we do Shelley. She in Australia? Hawaii? She's someplace nice. And her name's Shelley, and her exercises are called Fabulous 50s. And we really like her. And then there's another lady I do too. Now, what is she called? Oh my, I knew I'd forget it again. I had to look her up last night. And I like her because she doesn't talk at all. And she has some exercises that she does to the Bee Gees and to the 50s music, and I like that. And then she just does them, and you just watch her, and they're easy. Oh, I was going to be sure and remember that. I want to say Living Healthy, but that's not it. Something health. I'm not sure. Maybe that isn't even in it. Oh, I miss my memory so much, don't you? I can remember things eventually, or I can write them down and remember them real good. But I'm going to see if I can get those pictures together for you. I'm going to go get the pumpkin quilt, and then I'll be back. Stay with me. So I put all the little pictures together of the choices for my little cabin, and I've decided there's not really enough blocks to make some of those look good, because you just need more rounds, if you know what I mean. So, I don't know what one I'm going to do. We shall see. Anyway, I went over to the coach and I lifted up the heavy, heavy king-size bed just for you. And I got my pumpkin quilt out, for those of you who haven't seen it. I can't hang it up anywhere. This actually belongs in the coach. Let me get way, way back and I'll hold it up. It belongs in the coach. That's as high as I can get on my tippy toes. Let me lean on the wall. There you go. Can you see? Can you see the big leaf? Yes, I really like this. I love the quilting in the background. Look up close at the quilting. It's variegated thread, and it's a whole bunch of leaves and acorns. Can you see a leaf and an acorn? They're in there. And the back is wild and crazy, just like the front. So that is the pumpkin quilt. I'm going to take it back over there because this is just lap size and it belongs in the RV. So it's going back over there. This color is the colors in my bedspread. So it's going back over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take down this great big block of the month because all the blocks are done now. I think that the 4 trees are supposed to be separate. I don't think they're supposed to be sewn to each other. Like the 2 houses aren't sewn to each other. So I'm going to go lay those out on the carpet in the other room and wait until October for Edita to tell us how we're supposed to arrange it. I don't know, I'm so tired of looking at it. I always am when I get through with the quilt. I'm so tired of looking at it. I don't know. So then I'm going to take down the Catch a Falling Star and I'm going to put up my the only other than the sunflowers in there, I only have one other quilt I can think of at the moment I would call a fall quilt. And why, I don't know. Because I guess it's fall colors, but it's my owls, and I know you love the owls. So I will put the owls up here and take down Catch a Falling Star and all that blue and white, and then I'll be back. All right, the owls are up. It's a much smaller quilt than the one that I had there. And you know, I fold my quilts. Now I have some great big hangers I'm hanging some of them on. Some of you have said use pool noodles. These I've just folded in half and in half and in half till they fit the top of my bookshelf in the other room. But I want to show you what I do with the wrinkles when I open up a quilt to hang it up. And I also want to show you this awesome little table. This roll around table. Have I ever shown this to you before? I'm pretty sure I have. I use it all over the room for all different reasons. It is so handy. And you can make it high, you can make it low, you can tilt the top, and it's got this little side table. It has wheels, you can lock the wheels, unlock the wheels. I'll show it to you with a better view in a minute. But I wanted to show you this. I've shown you this before too. This is a steamer I got on Amazon last year. It's in my store, I'm sure. It's called a Conair High Heat Steam. It says crease line. Crease line? What on earth does that mean, crease line? I have no idea. Maybe this little thing up here, you put a piece of it. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that, y'all. You can crease pants or something. Look at that. Oh my goodness, I just discovered that. I have no idea what it does, you tell me. It says crease line. I imagine you can put like pants through here and drag them through, but how would the steam get up to the pants? That doesn't make sense because the steam doesn't come out the top. It comes out here and it is steamy. So what I do, I've already done the owls, but the owls have folds going both directions. So I just pull it out from the wall so I don't crease the wall. And I just steam it. See? So I don't have pool noodles because I've just done this. See, look at the steam coming out of it. Isn't that awesome? It's really a good steamer. Y'all need one. Don't trip over it and don't hurt yourself. Yeah. I usually will pull the quilt out away from the wall because I don't want the paint to fall off the wall. So it has an on-off button right here on the back. And then I always dump all the water out of it when I'm not using it. And of course, unplug. I unplug everything when we're leaving town. Unplug, unplug. But I wanted to show you my little table. Let me get the camera so you can see the little table, because it is so helpful. You can't get it anymore, actually. Oh, why are you showing it to us? That's it. Now, I don't know what it's called. It's probably in my Amazon store, but they don't sell that particular one anymore. But there's a whole bunch like it. And if you go to my Amazon store and just start shopping there, whatever you buy will go to my account. I don't think I've gotten any money at all in months. So you just buy it however you want to buy it. But I just wanted to tell you, I love that table. I use it all the time. Yesterday, when I was making the little cabin quilt with Philly, I rolled that over next to where I was sitting at my sewing machine, and I put this wool pad on it and my little portable iron, and I had an instant ironing surface. Oh, I didn't have to get up. I wouldn't do that making a big quilt because I just can't sit only and stand only. I've got to move around. So just wanted to tell you, if you don't have one of those, it's great for quilting, great for sewing, great for ironing, great for reading, great for doing shine. It's a wonderful little thing. I'm cleaning up my room, finally. I really do clean up my rooms when I'm leaving town. And I found a paper that I got from Expo from McGee or some lady that does zippers. I was disappointed in her class. But I had a paper that I got in her class that shows how to put zippers in purses or something. So I was looking up my file called zippers. Well, just before my file called zippers, I have a file called Zentangle. I had completely, totally forgotten about my Zentangle past. It was a very short past, actually. It was when I was in my Edmond home, and I don't remember how I found it, and I haven't seen any videos at all on it in a long, long time. I used to get all kinds of Zentangle emails. Do y'all know what Zentangle is? How you can do it on your shoes, or you can do it on your shirts, or you can do it on your wall, or you can do it on, as I did, some little cards. Let me show you my Zentangles. I look at them and I'm like, oh, did I do that? And they all have a name. And you can actually invent your own Zentangle, and they will put it in their books or on their line or whatever. This one's called Changing, C-H-A-I-N, Changing. I didn't do a very good job drawing that one. Changing, putting chains together. Oh, here I tried to do that one again. That's not very good. And here I did a whole bunch of borders, and I messed up in a bunch of places. But maybe I was thinking I could use these for quilting. I don't know. Those are kind of bad. But ideas, you know. I had one that I made like a whole picture of somewhere. I used to keep it on my bulletin board at my other house. I wonder where it's at. All right, this is called Poke Leaf and Poke Root. And they're all super, super, super easy. You learn how to draw one of them, and then you just draw a whole bunch. Tell me if you do Zentangle, if you've ever done it. This is called Cadent, and you can see I drew a little direction box over here on how you do Cadent, and then you just join them all together. Look. Isn't that fun? I don't know if it would really, you know, many of them be too good for quilting. Buy jeans needles, Wonder Tape, and wash away. And a hammer. And underneath I have a little design I used called pendrils. Pendrils. And ooh, this is a pretty one. This one's called Bee Tweed. I couldn't any more draw this than Fly to the Moon if I hadn't seen something that showed me how to do it. Bee Tweed. There's hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands and thousands. I'm just so surprised when I look at these. I'm like, oh my gosh, I drew that. And then I show down at the bottom how you draw it. See? Isn't that awesome? An easy way to draw. Now this one's easy. Candy Snake and LaBelle. The one on the back's even better. Candy Snake and LaBelle. And this is Flutter Pie, Eyelet, and Ribbon. Oh my goodness. Is that fun or what? I don't remember what kind of pencils. Ooh, this is a really cool one. This one's called Perk. Look at that. Man, if you like to doodle, ooh, here's a really good one too. See video at z.com. z.com. Oh, I can't even believe it. I have downstairs, under my TV, there's a bunch of drawers. You used to keep CDs in them, and then there's some other empty drawers. There's hardly anything in that cabinet, but I have a box that I bought way back then that has pencils and these little papers that you do this with. Ribbon. Shade the inside curves. How fun is that? Just look up Zentangle on YouTube. I'm sure there'll be tons of it. Here's another one just like it. I don't know why I did that one twice. And now all I have left is blank papers. Oh my gosh. I want to find the one that I did where I drew like a whole picture of them. It would be so fun. Heaven only knows what is in this house, in these files, in the boxes, in the closets, in Jerry's barn that we have completely forgotten about. So I'm going to put this back in the Zentangle folder for now. But I think I definitely will get my Zentangle box and I'll show it to you. Let me go see if I can find it. I'll show it to you. I just know you're just dying to see it. At least I am. So things are looking up memory-wise. I remembered the box and I remembered where it was. How about that? Look, it has a little button that you can unwind like that, and you open it up, and it has the little cards and the little book with a whole bunch of things you can draw in it. And these are the kind of pens, Micron .01 archival ink. Those are the kind of pens that I was using. And look here, I have no idea what this is for. A die. Your Zentangle kit includes everything you need. 34 tiles from fine Italian paper, 2 pencils, pencil sharpener, book, DVD, and legend with die. Watch your DVD and you will understand. Review your book, check out our blog. It's not z.com, it's zentangle.com. How fun. And look at this little baby record. I wonder what you do with that little baby record. I don't know, but I'm going to watch that. This is something I can do while I'm recovering from my little procedure. Yeah, you're probably wondering what I'm having done. I told you all, and I know some of you have asked me about it, that my feet swell. Yeah, I know, y'all know that I have to wear sucky socks and I have edema in my feet and my ankles. And it's not because of my veins, but I have varicose veins. And a lot of them are underneath my skin. You can't really see them. One of the doctors that's worked on me over the years, I've probably had over a dozen, maybe 20 different procedures done on my legs. They always do one leg, then a week later they do the other leg. And he told me that probably the swelling would reduce by 50% having these veins fixed inside my legs. So it's just probably every 5 years I go back to the doctor and she does this ultrasound like if you were having a baby, and she looks at all my veins in my legs and she sees which ones are having reflux, which means that the blood is supposed to go up and stay up, but because my vein's broken, it goes up and it falls back down. Okay? So the idea is to get rid of the broken veins that don't work, so your blood will go up the good veins that do work. Okay? So that's what it's about. So my left leg is Monday, and my right leg is a week later on the next Monday. So that's what I'm having done. I know whenever somebody I watch says, oh, I'm having a procedure, what procedure? I always think, what the heck are you having done? What's wrong with you? So let's see what I drew when I had this little book. I have no idea what's in here. Hold on. It's really a cute box. It's got these little compartments in it. It's got these little Zentangle cards. That's kind of an ugly flower. I don't know what I was doing there. And this one has my initials. Ooh, that's cool. I can't even believe I drew these, you guys. I can't even believe it. Oh, look at that. Wouldn't this be fun on white tennis shoes? I would have to do it with friction pens though, so I could erase it if it didn't turn out. Look at this one. I'm just, It's probably been 10 years since I did, oh look, it is 10 years. 2010, and this is 2023. So that's how long ago I did these. Wow. So that's just 2 that I did. All the rest are blank. And then I have this legend. Oh, I see. So the legend, so if you spin your dice and it says number 20, and you go to number 20 on here, It only goes to 19. So, no, there's 20. There's 20 right there, and it's flukes. So I guess you spin the die, and it tells you what to try to draw. I don't know. But, oh my gosh, I drew that, really? Honestly, I drew that. I'm just amazed. I really am. I mean, if you drew it, I would be amazed. But the fact that I drew it, oh, I'm even more amazed because I can't draw. I can't draw. My sister can draw. Oh, I have nephews that can draw. One of my nephews has 2 little girls. I don't know how old they are. I'm sure they've been doing it for years. They may be 11 or 12 now. They're twins. Oh, can they ever draw? Wow. So, I just wanted to show you that because that's fun. And I'm taking it with me in the coach because now you just get up and you walk. I mean, they work on you. It takes 3-4 hours. And they poke a whole bunch of holes in your legs. And they go inside under your skin and do whatever they're going to do. And it makes you very, very bruised. But you're supposed to walk. The whole thing is you're supposed to walk because you could get blood clots if you didn't. So you get up and you walk home. Well, you walk to your car. You walk to your car. Then when you get home, you have to get up and walk every hour. So, yeah, it doesn't disabilitate you. It's not going to make me so I have to lay in bed for a week. And pain pills, you take Advil, or usually I don't take anything. And it really, really, really helps. It helps a lot on keeping my feet and my ankles from swelling so much. So that's what I'm having done, just in case you wondered. And I'm going to let you go because it's 2:30 and I want to finish cleaning up this room. Then I need to go out and make sure the RV's ready to go. Jerry will have the Jeep hooked up to it tonight. I'll have the fridge full of whatever we're putting in the fridge and the closets arranged and the bedding and the sheets and the clean towels and all that stuff done. And then when we wake up in the morning, we will shower, shave, whatever else people do, and jump in the RV and take off. So, yeah. I'll try to make a couple short videos in the coach. We'll see. We'll see. But just know I'm going to be out of town almost 2 weeks. Then when I come back, our new countertops are going in. Downstairs in the kitchen. One of them's going up here, and one of them's going in the guest bathroom downstairs. So we are real excited about getting the countertops done. Hopefully for the last time. This will be the 3rd time for part of them and the 4th time for part of them. So, yeah, fun, fun, fun. I'll let you go. Y'all have a great time while I'm gone. Hold down the fort for me and let me know what y'all are doing. Bye for now.